Okay, so I don't think I have anything under here. When I originally put the electrical outlet cover plates on, I didn't have this foam insulation, but I wanted to get the cover plates on there and stuff, and so now I forget which ones I've done, which ones I haven't done, right? And so I'm pretty sure I was trying to save enough so that I could make a quick video. See, sure enough, this one's not done. And I had taken all the cover plates off initially to do all the painting. And after I did all the painting, before I put the cover plates on, you want to go around and make sure these are tight. And in fact, I look at this, and this one's slightly crooked. I'm just going to slide it over just a hair. Okay, you got to be careful when you do that too, because this is powered up. If I'm careful at the bottom or the top edge, I can do it, but I don't want to get my screwdriver in on the side screws or something, because it'll spark and mess up my screwdriver and all that kind of good stuff. I'm pretty sure you can see that if I leave that right down there. Okay, and so I cut off a good 1/8 inch, and I just do a starter to see how much more I have to cut off. And I do it about the same, about 1/8 to 3/16. And see, if I don't get it exact, I can, these carpet scissors work so good on this. I use these carpet scissors for all kinds of stuff, cutting labels off of pillows, off of sheets, off of towels, you know, bath towels, bath washcloths. Okay, now I'm going to just gently pull that out. I'm going to see if that fits. And I can tell this side needs to be shaved off a little bit. See, I almost have it to where I could pretty much push it in like that, but it's kind of pushing this over just ever so slightly towards the edge of here. So I'm going to trim this off just a little bit more. Just a hair. 1/16. I can see how I wasn't cutting it exactly perfectly straight the first time. Okay, there. How long did that take? You can play this video back on the amount of time it took me to trim that and put that on there. Okay? Well, it didn't really take very long. Okay? Now that electrical outlet area has all been insulated because of this. And see, I saved these middle ones. I saved a couple, quite a few actually. Look at all the ones I've been saving. I don't need that many, but like for the 3-gang light switches, I think I figured out how to get a cover plate with the triples. Let's see here, with the triple, like that, with just two of these. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not pretty sure. I think I can do it because see, if I put that in there, and see, this cover plate is bigger than those. Look at that. I've got these doubles are taller. This fits almost perfect in there. And then I have some smaller. Here's a smaller double. See, I always have to make sure I'm careful before I start cutting it and find out, oh man, I should have left it bigger. Because see, for the triple, I could cut one here all the way to this edge, and I could do this one all the way to that edge, right? Like from there to there. Let's just, I'm just showing you very quickly. See, this one would fit to there, right? After I trimmed it and everything. I used to try to trim it halfway thin here and then do the middle one halfway thin, but then I started thinking, hey, I could just do that. then I can take a couple of these that I've got, you know, from the other ones, and I can just fill that little bit in there, fill this little bit in here. Granted, I'm going to have to poke a little hole in here for the screw hole, because these have the screw holes, this little thing doesn't. But I think I could do that. And then I can do a 3-gang cover plate with just 2, with using some of these extra ones. See all these extra ones I got? Look at this. I mean, I got all kinds. I only have the 3-gang cover plates. I only got 3 of them. Well, and I've already done 1, okay? So I got 3 here, and I've already done 1. So I could have done all, and that first one, I had to use 3. And then I started thinking, hey, you know, I'm always about trying to save money, right? And so I saved probably $1.20 on this whole thing that I won't have to use because I'm using these extras, okay? All right, so that's how you can do that. And my pet peeve is after I get it on there, I like to stand back and make sure that's straight, because lots of times you can kind of slightly twist that. And if you can't get that straight, see, I adjusted that electrical outlet inside the wall a little bit to make it a little bit straighter. If I wanted it even straighter, I could take this back out, slide that screw, slide it over all the way there, and the top, I could push that all the way over that way if I needed to line it up. Because I always like to see nice straight cover plates, especially for light switches and stuff. If you ever see a light switch at eyeball level that's crooked, or you've got a 2-gang light switch and the whole cover's cattywampus like that, well, you can take it off and then you can slide it over. You know, adjust the top screws, boom, boom, adjust the bottom screws, boom, boom, tighten it up, line it up, and you'll see that it works out pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing that. You see here, I've got this one over here, and I don't think I've done this one either. Oh, look at that. I've got to get a battery for my video camera. This one's out. I've got to charge it up. Okay, I'll be right back and show you one more electrical, duplex electrical outlet, just to let you know I didn't get lucky on that last one. All right, it's very simple to do. Okay, let's see about this one. I'm pretty sure I have not done this one yet. Like I said, I was saving these ones downstairs so I could make a video. The lighting's a little bit better down here as opposed to up above. We'll just see. Yep, sure enough, there's nothing on this one. And I look at it and I know that this needs to be cut, okay? And so I'm just gonna cut it. And the first one I did, I thought this is gonna take me forever to cut these. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you know, once you get it worked out, you can do them. And I always check the cover plate first before I start cutting. Okay? And now I can gently pop this middle out. And this middle is for a bell, and there's some round circles in here and stuff. So it's set up for different types of applications. Now look at that. That fits really nice. I've checked that, and it looks like the screws are nicely tight. I checked all that before I put the cover plate on initially, but I always like to do that after I paint, because you'd be surprised at how many you find that the screws loose and or something else needs to be done. Because a couple of them I noticed I had to replace the actual electrical outlet. And I've got those on my channel. You just have to watch for them and see where they're at. Okay, there we go. I got that one. How long did that take? A couple minutes? A couple minutes of the rest of your life took you to do that for somebody who really is going to appreciate that from you, okay? And so I know I've got a couple blank plates over here. See, there was a coaxial cable in there that I'm not going to use. There's also that coaxial cable that's coming from outside from that box, and I put a piece of you know, the whole foam on the outside cover, and I've still got to do that one. I'm going to just shove those in the wall. We're not using those, okay? And that's just a blank plate, and it's no different than what I just did. Okay, let's just see. I got some extra blank plates at the store because those used to be coaxial cable cover plates, and I could have used those. I could have used the existing coaxial cable cover plates and put those back in the wall, but I didn't. I just chose to decide, I don't want to see those. I'd rather see a blank cover, and I'm just going to do that. Okay, and so I first want to look at that and make sure that this is bigger, which it is, and all I'm doing is the same thing I did for the last one. Cut it all the way around and fit it in there, and that's all I got to do. I always do the ends first for some reason. I don't know why. Can you cut this foam stuff with scissors? Probably. You know, regular scissors. These I can get right close to the edge because of how they're cut and how they're designed. I just like carpet scissors. I think you can even get them at Home Depot. There used to be a time where you couldn't get them at Home Depot. I ended up getting mine at a carpet wholesale house. You can drive to your closest carpet wholesale house if you want. Look, see there? It's just a hair tight, just a hair. But it still fits. And if I really wanted to, I could look at that and see this side's got a little bulge in it. And I could just slightly trim it. Try to get it a little bit straighter. That's it. That'll fit. That'll fit just fine. Oh, and see, I've got the screw holes. And those screw holes are the lower ones, not the upper ones. And so I just pop that out with the tip. There, just like that. That's why even on the blank plates, I cut a little bit off both sides so that those holes line up, and they're lined up perfect. You can see that's perfect. And now I've got a blank plate that's ready to be installed over there with my foam insulation pad in there. Look at that. See, just set up perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna put that one in, and I'll show you how to do. I'll do a triple light switch for you. I'm gonna do this triple one right here, and I'll do that in a minute.